it's Sam. So today I am going to be doing a video and I'm super duper excited about this because I've been playing with this product for a couple of weeks and I was really skeptical. I didn't actually think it was going to work. I feel like there's so many products out there that claim to do stuff and then they actually don't do what they claim. I can't stop using it. Like, I'm literally so obsessed. It's like my very first step that I do before I do my makeup. I can't do my makeup without it. I love it so very much. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys because I know that there are so many people out there who, like me, love the look of plump lips. I mean, it's so in right now. Everyone's getting lip fillers. Kylie Jenner started the trend and it's kind of just like everybody is getting these big, fat, full, amazing lips. I have been thinking about lip fillers for a very long time. It's kind of like with the whole Botox thing. And I've seen so many of my friends get it and it looks so, so good, but I just can't, I'm not quite there yet. I'm a little bit nervous but I still really want my lips to look a little fuller. My lips are actually uneven. They're a little crooked on one side. It's a little bit less voluminous than the other side. Now I have found this lovely, amazing little device that basically looks like you have had lip fillers without having to have lip fillers. So you have no injections and it looks so painful when you see the people getting them done. It's like, oh, that looks like, I don't know what it is. I feel like Botox is just like one little tiny prick, but it just seems like when they do the lips are so sensitive anyway that I'm scared to do it, but I want those full lips. This little device has literally been my best friend, and it's funny because Jay like makes fun of me because he comes in here in the morning to kind of like, you know, just see how I'm doing, see if I need anything, and I'll be using this and I'm kind of like obsessive about it. And so he'll try and talk to me and I'm like, like with this on my face. I'll even do it like at nighttime when we're just sitting there like watching a show on the weekends. Like I'm sucking. I just love it so much. It's so great. So this is called JuvaLips. So this is what the box looks like. And it just says it's the safe and simple way to larger, more luscious lips. It's a natural lip plumper. It says that it takes 1 to 2 minutes for plumper lips. The results last for 6 to 8 hours or even longer after repeated use. Completely natural and safe to use. Obviously there's no injections. JuvaLips works by carefully regulating vacuum to boost blood flow into your lips, providing fantastic results without painful topical acids, pharmaceutical injections or fillers, giving you fuller, more voluptuous lips that you've always wanted. This is made in the USA. It has a 1-year warranty and it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy it and you're like, this is not working for me, then you can get your money back. What you get inside of the device or inside of the box is the JuvaLips device. This is the actual thing that sucks your lips. Then you get a little instruction guide. You get a little carrying case so that you can protect your device. And then you also get some little extra, they're like little felt doodads that you stick inside of the little JuvaLips device. This little part right here is removable, which is really nice because then you can take it into the bathroom, you can wash it with soap and water, you can keep it nice and clean. So the batteries are included, which I find to be very, like, that's really nice. Thank you so much. And then you get this little felt doodad that looks like this. And this is what goes inside of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. That is a little vacuum. So basically this creates a suction. So when I first got it, I didn't realize that you had to use the little felt thing. And let me tell you, if you don't use this little felt thing, your lips will be insane. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because it gets all slobbery and then you get slobber all over yourself, but it does kind of like suck them in a little bit more. But they recommend to use this felt thing and that's how I use it now. I just didn't know how to use it at first. So you stick this little felt thing right in here, and like I said, they do give you like replaceable ones. This little thing is like a rubbery material, so it's very comfortable. You stick it on your lips and it basically just sucks. So then you have a little button right here, and this basically goes for, it's like timed for 60 seconds. So they recommend starting off with just one time and then building your way up. So the first time I did it for 60 seconds and I was like, dang, but I did it without the little felt thing in there and my lips were like, they were ginormous. Definitely work your way up. So the first time I did 1 time, the second day I did 2 times. So you can kind of just depending on what you are comfortable with and what you want your lips to look like, you can kind of do it as much as you really like, but definitely work your way up because it's a little bit of a strange feeling at first. I mean, it's a vacuum sucking your lips. And basically it's just getting all of that blood flowing to your lips so that they become swollen, and then your lips look larger and puffier and fluffier and more delightful. So this thing does actually work, guys. And like I said, I have been using it every single time I put my makeup on. I use it every day, but especially when I put my makeup on, it's my first step. And I like to do it for 6 different times because that's, I mean, it gets my lips so big, it's ridiculous. The first time I was nervous because I noticed my lips getting a little purple when I was doing it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting bruised. But it went right away, like it was literally like the blood was going there, and then as soon as you stop, it just goes away. I never got any bruising, but they do say that just be warned, you could get bruising if you do it too much right in the beginning. Don't do 6 times the first time you get it because you probably will get bruising. I've never gotten bruising. Like I said, I do it 6 times now, so that's full 6 minutes. It's a full 60 seconds each time you press this. And I recommend taking it off each time and reattaching it. Because if you just like, I've tried it both ways. I've tried it where you just leave it and you just keep pressing the button once it turns off, but I don't think it gives you as full of an effect as kind of like repositioning and like getting that suction to like suck it back in. I think that's where you get the full, like when it really starts sucking you, then it's like whoop, you know, and it pulls it in. And I found that if you kind of like go like this and then stick your tongue like kind of in between your teeth a little, like so that they're kind of open and your tongue is like behind your teeth, like kind of like that, that's when you get the best sucking motion. Because if you just kind of like purse your lips like this, nothing's gonna happen. It's too hard. You need to let your lips be loose. Like, just think of a loosey-goosey, and you're just gonna like into it. Sounds ridiculous. This cough sounds like I'm smoking my life away. I'm not, I promise. I have been fighting this ridiculous like sore throat and cough and it's just this annoying little like raspy like crust. It's gross, but I'm feeling better. It won't go away. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little clip right now of me doing it, and I'll show you that I'm doing it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 6 times altogether. And so you'll be able to see what my lips look like before and then what my lips look like right after.
Okay guys, so you can see here I'm putting my mouth inside of the actual device. You want to make sure that you lick your lips first, like so that they're a really nice, like moist. You can put lip balm, but I prefer to just lick them. It's much better that way. And then I'm basically just showing you here how I'm doing the second time. And then, like I said, each time I do it, I remove the device and then reattach it. And I feel like that makes such a huge difference. And then also make sure that that pad is placed all the way at the bottom so that it's nice and even. There is my third time. So you can see again how it just gets fuller and fuller each time. So you basically just do it until you have the desired amount. Now I'm on my 4th time. And you'll see here again, oh wow, they're so big now. So once you get to like the 5th and 6th, it's like, whoa, Nelly, like serious full lip business. And then I think this is gonna be my last time coming up here. Yeah, this is my last one. So this is number 6. And you can see how full and non-wrinkled they are. It just makes them so plump and delightful.
It says it lasts for 6 to 8 hours, and I don't want people to think that when you first take it off, especially after 6 times, your lips are like huge. They're so big, and it's like, oh, that's almost too big, because you kind of look like you're almost like, you know, like your lips falling off your face. It's so big. And mine tend to kind of like, they unswell a little bit, but they still leave a nice plumpness. They're still fuller than they were before, but they're not as full as they are when you first remove it. So keep that in mind when you if you first take it off and your lips are ginormous and you're like, dang, this is too big. They kind of do like shrink just a little bit, and throughout the day you will notice a little bit less volume. Like it kind of just wears off. I mean, you're pulling all the blood to your lips, and then eventually the blood has to like suck back in. Do you know what I mean? So your lips aren't gonna be like fluff the entire day. I don't think, for me at least, it hasn't done that. Maybe some people's it does, but for mine, it does not last the full 6 to 8 hours, like with that full result that you get right off the bat when you take that thing off. However, it does give me a fuller lip than what I would if I didn't do it at all. And that does last all day long. So keep that in mind. It's not gonna be like this insane, like right when you take it off, your lips are gonna be like that all day long. That's not the case, at least for me. But they do give me an overall full appearance all day. They never shrink back down to like what my lips were before until like I go to sleep and I've slept all night, and then I wake up in the morning and my lips are tiny and puny and I'm like, shoot, I wish this thing was permanent. It does say results last for 6 to 8 hours or even longer after repeated use. So I think that the more you use it, the more your lips will be like prone to lasting longer than they were if you just started, if that makes sense. So it does say that there are long-term results, and it says increased blood flow increases the collagen and elastin in the lips. So it is like training your lips to kind of be a little bit more youthful. And the reason that you want to have this little felt thingamabobber in there, sorry I'm so technical with my terms, is because otherwise that vacuum is right in the middle and it's gonna suck more right here than like all over. So you want to keep that little felt piece in there. That way it's an even distribution of sucking versus just the vacuum sucking right here on your bottom lip and then you're just like this random lump. Like I said, if you don't use the felt thing, you just drool. There's so much slobber in there. It's just, you pull it off and you're like that kiss with Evan and Carly in The Bachelor in Paradise with this hot pepper, and it's just slobber everywhere. It's just not cute. I always do it in the morning. It's my first step, because if you do it over foundation, like say that I did it now, my lips would absolutely, it would ruin my foundation. It would have like a ring because you're sticking your whole lip in there, but it goes on the outside of your lips. So you will have a ring where it's rubbed off of your foundation. So I don't recommend doing it once you've already applied your makeup, because you're gonna look ridiculous. You're gonna smudge your lipstick, you're gonna smudge your foundation. So this is gonna be your first step in like your makeup routine. Don't put your foundation on first and then stick it on. You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna mess up your whole makeup. So do it first, work your way up to however many minutes you want. Like I could technically do 8 to 10 minutes. And you can walk around and hold it on there. Like it's very easy to use. So it's not like you have to sit there and be still. Like you can walk around and get your breakfast ready or whatever. I might come back once my makeup is jacked up anyway and show you guys exactly like how it works when you've already had lipstick on, and then we'll see like what it kind of does that way, but that way you'll be able to see like how it does kind of ruin your makeup. I've never actually had any pain when I've used it, so I'm wondering if the bigger your lips are already, if it would be more painful. If you already have plumper lips, your lips are gonna be so big in there already, and then you're gonna be sucking it, it might be a little bit more uncomfortable than if you start off with smaller lips. Like I would say my lips are quite small without makeup, without lipstick, they're quite little. And I do have a very kind of like narrow, very small mouth. It's not a wide mouth, it's a typical English mouth. So it's very kind of like, you know, like a little bird. So I've never once had any kind of pain or any kind of uncomfortable feeling. You can feel it sucking, like it's definitely like you can feel the pressure of it sucking, but it's never hurt me and it's never felt uncomfortable to where I'm like, oh God, I can't take this, I have to take it off. I also love the fact that this is really convenient. It's not too big, so if you are traveling, you can just keep it with you, stick it in your little makeup bag and you're good to go. I just love this thing. It's also very easy to hold. I mean, it's just like amazing. I love it so much. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I will probably never ever not use it when I'm doing my makeup because it makes your lips look really full. Ooh, one thing to note though. So I had used this and I had gotten my lips really, really full, and then I put my lipstick on and I put like a really thick gloss on. And I was walking around TJ Maxx and I felt something like down here, like kind of like on my chin, not chin here, but like, you know, right there. I was like, what the crap is that? And I looked in the mirror and my lip gloss was like, it was like dribbling off of my lip. And I think what happened was, obviously when I put my lipstick on, my lips were really full and I put tons of lip gloss on because my lips were so big. And then throughout the day, like as my lips were kind of shrinking back down, the gloss was like outside of my lips because my lips were shrinking, but I had placed it where they once were because they were bigger. And then it looked like I had just lip gloss like all over the place, like I was a mess. So definitely keep that in mind, guys, because I didn't even think about that. And I haven't had that problem with like lipstick or a matte product or anything like that. But if you're using a really thick gloss and your lips are all full and then as they shrink, you'll notice that your lip gloss is like dribbling out of your lip line. It's like down here. So I would recommend not using lip gloss, or at least using a very light layer. Like I put way too much on and it was just like, whoa, it was just everywhere. If you do want to purchase it, I do have a coupon code. It is going to be for 25% off, which I feel like is a very generous code. So huge thanks to JuvaLips for that. I really do appreciate that. And I will have a link down below with that code. I believe it's going to be JuvaLips25. So I'm going to go ahead and leave one of my friend's videos down below. I mean, she doesn't know that I'm linking it or anything, but I watched her video and I was like, oh, dang. And she had a really great result as well. And she has a slightly like wider mouth than I do. Her mouth is slightly like, you know, it's not so narrow like mine is. So it's interesting to see like the different shapes of mouths, like how it works on hers versus mine. So I'll leave hers down below. I love Wendy. I think she's amazing. Okay guys, so it's now like the end of the day. So my makeup doesn't have to be fancy anymore. So this is what my lips look like before. And you can probably tell that I have that delightful white line. Ugh, I hate when you get that. It's like so unattractive. Okay, so that's before. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it for 6 minutes like I usually do. So, wet my lips. That's after one time. So you can see that it's a little fuller, but not like anything major. Okay, so that's after 2 minutes. You can see the bottom lip is a lot fuller. For me, the bottom lip always gets way fuller because my top lips are kind of pathetic anyway. Again, wet your lips really good. So that is after number 3. So you can see they're getting fuller. Okay, so that is way bigger. Do you see that? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, now we're gonna do number 5. Okay, so there is after 5 minutes. So much bigger, guys. Can you see that difference? Like, they're so big. Oh my gosh. 6, this is gonna be number 6. I totally drooled on that one. Okay, that is after 6 minutes. My lips are so much bigger right now. Compared to what they were before, like look how full they are. There's no lines or wrinkles. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like touch up my lip, because I mean now it's just, it does kind of ruin your foundation, you know, just a little bit. Okay guys, there you go. There's my after. 6 minutes of this JuvaLips. Like that's literally 6 minutes of your life, but look how big my lips are now. Like it literally looks like I've had lip fillers. No one would ever think that I use a device. They'd be like, oh, that girl got some lip fillers, some lip injections, and it was just this, and you saw it before your very eyes. So there you go. I have like no lines in my lips right now. There's no wrinkles. It just looks full. I mean, they actually look really huge, like holy crud moly. But look at those. I'm like amazed. This thing is seriously the best thing ever. And I'll get up nice and close. My makeup's probably all greasy and not looking great, but. There you go guys. Now you can see exactly how this baby works. I mean, obviously when you have gloss, it makes it look even more delightful, but like you can see how much bigger they are. They're full, there's no lines. It's just like, waboom. I mean, maybe that's what this guy, what's his name on The Bachelor, he was talking about JuvaLips when he was saying waboom, because this is waboom right here. I mean, I'm obsessed. They look so good. They look so good. I hope that you guys found that helpful. Any way for us to get around having to do injections. Injections are expensive. And you know, it's painful. If you don't like needles, the last thing you want to do is go and stick a needle in your mouth or in your lips. So definitely like think about this if this might be an option for you, if you are someone who does want fuller lips but you either can't afford to get the injections, or you're scared of needles, or you just don't want to do it in general because you're nervous about injections, then definitely give this a go. And also don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And a huge thanks to JuvaLips for sponsoring this video, as well as offering that coupon code for you guys. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys, thank you again for watching.